Hello and welcome to Low Critter Gaming. I'm Zach, and today I'm continuing on with my playthrough of Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So in the last episode at the end we fought the Hecaton in the encounter step. So we're going to be moving on to the advancement step in the voyage phase, I guess, today. Disclaimer, like the last one, this is a very complicated game, lots of rules. I'm just here to have fun. I'll probably get some of the rules wrong. If I do, leave them in the comments down below so other people who check those comments can see what rules I might have made a mistake on. All right, little rundown. We do have 2 tokens on our Inward Odyssey, but with 2 tokens, we do that at the end of the story step, so we'll do that soon. We've got 2 Doom tokens on our Doom card, 1 token on our story card. All our Triskelions are back at zeros. We do have the Minoan Guide ally with us, and we have 1 special Titan named Jerry, because we're using Seinfeld names. I enjoy using Seinfeld names in my games. What else? I don't think there's anything else. We're still on day 1. We had to do that timeline battle, so I think we'll just move on. All right, advancement step for day 1 is a structural technology. We have a couple of structural technologies in our projects deck. We do have these 2. We have rhetoric and Titan hunting. Titan hunting requires rhetoric, so we'd have to do this one before Titan hunting, so that one is out for now. We also have trading solutions, which leads to a bunch of stuff, and we get to do some trading when we come to a city. And we do need trading solutions to get the shallows navigation for like a river. But if I remember correctly from my last playthrough, I am going into this with some knowledge from my last playthrough. I don't think we need shallows navigations just yet. I don't remember what all these other ones do. I think we're going to do rhetoric, and then maybe we'll do trading solutions next, depending upon what the ones that this leads to looks like. What does this actually let us do? Oh, we get a saving throw if we want when we're going to get strangers. And in cities, we can gain an Argo Fate just to get rid of strangers. No stranger danger. All right, we will add this. Wait, first we have to get anti-indoctrination philosophy, Minoan investigations, and Titan hunting. Titan hunting we already have in the deck, so we're just adding in the projects deck. What do these 2 do real quick? You can re-roll your Adventure Hub table roll once with Minoan investigations. That's actually kind of interesting. It could help you try to go down more on one adventure. This one you can gain an Argo Fate to discard a despair token. Or we can lose a priest, -1 priest to make 1 Argonaut lose the Maze Touch affliction. Which we don't have yet, which we could possibly get. And we don't have any priests, so I don't know. Maybe we'll go for the other one just to open up our options more. All right, so rhetoric gets added. We don't have any strangers yet either, but we're about to go on investigations. I mean adventures. Okay, I could craft if I wanted to. I think I'm going to wait until I get some more resources from exploration cards, because we still have, I'm trying to count, it's kind of far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 5 more advancement steps before we have another timeline battle. Things can happen though between now and then, so we will see. Okay, story step. There's no events. The story card is not full. We don't have any Nemos things to do. I haven't found any secret codes. We do have 2 tokens on the Inward Odyssey card, so we up our knowledge. I wasn't really sure how to handle that +1 that I got at the beginning of the game. I hope I did that correctly at the right time. But I don't think it hurt too much. Argo Knowledge 2 is what story? Foes Dance. Or we don't have to do one of those faux dreams. Is that what they're called? Dreams of Pharaohs is what I'm thinking of, I think. Special Events, Inward Odyssey, page 92. Foes Dance. The Argo is abuzz with rumors about the latest Last Academy discovery. Not everyone was on board with the establishment of the Scholar Collective. There were fears they would hoard knowledge, use it to gain more power and control. So far, these fears seem to have been unfounded. Socratorius and his war philosophers have been working closely with the Argo works on improving the Anti-Kratos helms and their Triskelion connection, while inquisitive scholars have been poring over the last tome, trying to master its flugent, ephemeral script. They started to call this ability the Foes Dance, though it is the letters, not the reader, that move. And on those endless pages, they have found something. Mentions of the fabled Centimanes, the many-handed giants who once ruled Crete. Though information is scarce or inaccessible, what is there paints a picture of a mighty civilization of builders and architects, and curiously, shepherds. Secondary and tertiary sources chart their rise and expansion, and then simply stop, as if the Centimanes suddenly cease to exist. There is mention of the Centimanes glyphs you've been seeing around the island, but there's no translation. However, a young promising scholar by the name of Palamedes is sure he has deciphered a piece of the puzzle. This glyph, found on the Centimane stone, a broken stele kept in the Last Academy, means 1. Gain the Archaeolinguistics Technology card. Secret Deck 1, card 1. And it has a glyph here that means 1. I have what I think to be the complete cipher that I did before, which I'm going to try not to spoil and share in this playthrough just to keep spoilers to a minimum as I play through an entire cycle on camera. What am I getting? Secret Deck 1, card 1. So the way I will try to do that is by not mentioning the cards or the numbers of the paragraphs that I'm going to be reading if I see one of those glyphs somewhere around. Okay, it looks like I didn't put this card back in where it goes. Secret Deck card 97. Nope, there it is. It was just behind number 2. Requirements 2 or more Argo Fate. Yes, we have that. So this is it going to fit? It's just telling me that is a 1. During your voyages, you will encounter other glyphs that will help you decode the script sequences and find the secret Centimanes paragraphs in the main story. They will be denoted by a thumbs up at the beginning of the paragraph. If the paragraph doesn't show this symbol, you must have made a mistake in your decoding. Don't read it. If that's the case, gain +1 Argo Fate. So this is just a permanent record of what the number 1 is. Oh, the flavor text is, it is a language long forgotten. With time, we may learn to decipher it. I'm kind of bad at reading the flavor text on the cards when I'm playing on video. I think I'm just trying to go too fast so the videos aren't 8 hours long. Although Barrett from Meet Me at the Table told me he was expecting my first video to be about 10.5 hours long. So sorry to disappoint, Barrett. I think that's it. That was Story Step, Doom Step, End Step. That's it. Okay, we're going to go to the next day. I had said in the last video, because I have this central rod blade, and I think I know where the cove is. Initially, when I first started to play, I wanted to go adventure more up on the top of the map, but I kind of want to see what this map, or what this rod thing does. So we'll go to here, 17, stick along the coast, and of course it's going to be Doom. Oh, there's a city, but I don't have anything to do in the cities, I don't think. Except I probably was supposed to mark Gnosis, right? I got to get the last city token out, which I think is in my terrain. This fancy but functional organizer is pretty sweet. It is a real shame that the man passed away. He was very talented in designing these inserts for games. I mean, that's not the only reason it's sad, but it's always sad when you lose a skilled artisan in something that they can do. Okay. I think that's supposed to go there, but I know it's going to go there because that's going to be the last city we visited once we move off of that. All right, timeline. The only thing on our timeline here is a combat technology research that we can do later. So there's no progress, but there is a Doom. So we're up to 3 Doom. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see dice over here in addition to the tokens, to maybe that might show up better with the contrast. That might be kind of helpful to add. All right, progress Doom, and then exploration stacks. We'll do them right here. We have no expedition on here. I'm going to look at my technologies in a second just to double check what I can do. I don't have any strangers, so the city, the rhetoric card I just got, is not going to help. All right, what do we got here? The Hornsworth Fleet. So this resolve an effect based on diplomacy with the Hornsworn. Should be 0, right? It is 0, which is neutral. Neutral says chosen Argonaut gains +1. Does chosen mean something like, does it have to be random, or do I get to pick? I don't think this is going to be in the keywords. No. I'm just going to pick. It might be random. No, then it would say random. Too bad I wasn't friendly. Chosen Argonaut against 1 Nemos node? That would have been sweet. Anyway, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Who do I want to get a danger? It's a danger, right? Yes, 1 danger. Just how about Heracles? Fine, you get a danger. And that doesn't stop the stack, so we will keep drawing. Our next card is gain 2 trireme resources. We are not denounced, so we don't have to worry about that. We also don't have to worry about the adversary symbol yet. All right, and the next stack is 1 trireme resource, so we get 3 resources. Takes us to 5. And this one is out until the next timeline battle. Put these 2 in the middle. Quick shuffle. You sit there, and you sit there. All right. Exploration Expedition Encounter is nothing. Advancement. We need to get a combat technology. I think I will get the Siren Armor just to open up my possibilities of things that I can craft. It leads to advanced weapons and forced Kratos reaction. Although Arrow Barrage is nice because it would be something to have as an Argo ability. I'm going to get the Siren Armor. Experimentation leads us to suspect that the hardened AE Siren shells will make a great stopgap defensive solution. Requires trireme ranged weapons, which we should have. That's the ballistic gun and javelin. Yeah, we have it. So this leads to a bunch of things we can make armor-wise. And it's going to lead to advanced trireme weapons, and forced Kratos reaction will go into our projects deck. Okay, that was advancement. Story card does not have enough progress on it. Story events, nothing. Nemos, no secret codes. Not enough tokens on the Doom card. Instep, we keep going. Oh, I was going to check the city thing real quick. That one is just to lose strangers. None of these other ones have. Yeah, the rest of these are just basic game tutorial type stuff, kind of. All right. No city negotiation things. We're gonna move. Keep going along the coast until I find this cove. Okay, this at least has an R&R adventure on it. There's nothing special on day 3 on our timeline. We got to do the exploration. Oops, you can't see that where I put it. Put it right there. First one is gain 2 monument resources, and that ends the stack. The next stack is Labyrinthian Vessel. Resolve an effect based on your diplomacy with the Labyrinthians. It's gain a fate. And we continue the stack, and it goes out until the next battle. There's no reason to keep it out there. We just continue stack 2. Gain 1 trireme resource. All right, so we're up to 6 of those. And 3 monuments. I wonder how much erasing, the number of times you erase in this game is probably quite a bit. Okay, hub or R&R, and we have an R&R. Let's zoom out. So R&R. $85. Couple of hecaton fights, and our Argonauts think they deserve a vacation. All right, we will roll a d10. We got an 8. 8 is the Stray. The Stray. During one of your reconnaissance runs into the Cretan highlands, you stop at a small, isolated town, seemingly spared by the horrors of the labyrinth. As you walk around gathering information, you come upon a little, malnourished dog. It looks to be of noble breed, but the people of the city treat it with disdain. You're not surprised. The dog bears the mark of the labyrinth. It's been transformed. Its features angular, symmetrical, like the maze itself, and its curly tail now a zigzagging angular spiral. It's kind of cute. You feed the poor creature, seeing that nobody else will, and continue on your mission. However, the dog starts following you around. It has not experienced kindness such as yours for a very long time. Even though you try to pay it no heed, it tries to endure itself to you with all the charm its small frame can muster. Just kick the monster and it'll go away, you hear one of the residents mutter. An anger grows inside you. It's not the dog's fault it got touched by the maze. The truth of the labyrinth corrupts all, willing, unwilling, and unaware. Soon the island may share the fate of this dog. Will the residents of this town start treating each other this way? You suppose it's already happening. Even the peaceful labyrinthians are derided and shunned. How many of them chose this way? How many were led to it? How many had nowhere else to go? Misery is a fertile ground for indoctrination. You decide to keep the dog. You call it Maisie. Labyrinthians diplomacy +1. Oh, sweet. We're going to get a secret card here. All right. I also need to mark... I got these on Board Game Geek. So I don't have to mark in my books. So I'll mark the Stray as having been done. And then diplomacy +1 with the Labyrinthians. Gain a progress. Do we go for the story or the Inward Odyssey? I think I'll go for the story. So it doesn't, I mean, we got 3 Doom already. You gotta get a lot of progress to get 20 Inward Odyssey things done. That's a lot. Gain Maisie the Labyrinthian Dog, Secret Deck 2, card 22. Okay. Secret Deck 2, card 22. Story loot from Cycle 1. Oh, this is cool. I never even knew this thing existed. There's Maisie, the Labyrinthian dog, with its like tentacle tail. Maisie the Labyrinthian dog. Ascended. Unique. Attached to your Titan sheet. +1 to judgment tests. Discard when you're about to die from the fear or dread condition cards. Ignore this death. Discard when you're about to die from despair. Ignore this death. And lower the number of your despair tokens to 3. So Maisie can absorb a despair for you. What does ascended mean? I don't know what that keyword means, and is it from a later cycle? I guess if I don't know what it means, I don't have to worry about it. Maybe I'll look it up when I take a break. Unique, I mean, if there's only one card of it, there can be no more than one instance of a unique card in play or in the Argo Armory at any given time. Other game elements may interact with this keyword. It must be in case you still have this during a later cycle. It is a support card. Oh, that's cool. All right. We now have a pet dog on our Argo. Plenty of room for it to walk around. Judgment tests. So I should probably just attach this to somebody now. Judgment is not one of the skills, so it must be some other type of test. Heraclides had to take danger, so you know what? You are getting Maisie, the dog. Mark E3. E3 has been marked. All right, that was our R&R adventure. There's no words that connects with Nemo's cards on the R&R list, I don't think. I didn't see one on that one anyway. What was this? We just did Expedition. There's no timeline battle. No advancement. Nothing on the story stuff to do. No secret code. I haven't really been looking too hard for secret codes. This is not the cove. This is not the cove I'm looking for. Story doom end. Nope, we will go to the next day and move to 19. This is not the cove either. That banner there is about the river, and we can't go down this way. It's locked. We don't have the Shallows navigation. We can get a Titan. Oh, you know what? I forgot to reduce the number of Titans we have by the 2 that we lost in battle. So we would have gone down to 6 Dreamwalkers. I'm just going to put 7 though, because we're about to get another one from that. No progress, no doom, but there's the Titan symbol. I have to mark the timeline. There is a structural technology on this day. Yeah, no hub or R&R, no timeline battle, but we do have to do the exploration stuff before we even get to the next steps. Two monument resources again, ends the stack, and trireme resource. That's the exact same stuff we got last time. 2 monument, 1 trireme. Let's see some other stuff. 2 monument. Takes us to 5. Trireme takes us to 7. All right, advancement, structural technology. We could get this. We could get Minoan investigations. We could get Entrin. I think I'm just going to do the trading solutions because of all the things that it leads to. Or do I want one of these other ones? Reroll your adventure hubs. We don't really have an adventure hub yet. I don't know how much we need to worry too much about despair tokens quite yet. Titan hunting leads to Titan rearing. Add the Untamed Titan exploration card to your exploration deck. Or now I'm going to get trading solutions just because it opens up so many other options. So then we'll just have a whole bunch of stuff to choose from in our projects deck. And then the next time we come across a city, we can do some trading if we want to. We have to gain an Argo Fate to do it. But it also adds this Theban Trader card, Theban. And this one is trading without needing to spin an Argo Fate. So we have the potential of trading kind of for free. It does have to get removed until the next timeline battle if you run across it. To do some serious thinking, if we do look at my resources and what I have the ability to craft, in case I need to exchange some stuff. Okay, that was advancement. I have 2 more days before I want to start building stuff. I'm going to build stuff on day 6 because day 7 is my next timeline battle. Story, Doom, no, nothing. All right. I think we just keep moving. 14. Yeah, this is it. It's hard to see, but there's the code right there. There's nothing else really going on this tile. Other than that secret code. So let's mark the timeline. We get a combat advancement on day 5. There's no progress, Titan or Doom exploration symbol, so we will go straight away to our exploration stack building, and we get 1 trireme resource, and in the stack, second stack is gain +1 Titan, and then keep going. We're not friendly. This one's kind of a bummer. Dog days. Oh, and we keep going. For every 3 strangers, lose a crew, then lose 3 strangers. If no crew was lost, gain a stranger. So we're going to gain a stranger from that, but it's also a keep going. And an armament resource, and stop the stack. So we have to gain a stranger. Do we want to try to stop that? It's diplomacy 7+. No wins, we don't get any bonuses. We have 2 Argo Fate. I might just wait till I run across the city to get the Argo Fate to just lose it without needing to do the roll. So we got a stranger, we get an armament resource, a trireme resource, and a Titan. So we're back up to 8 Dreamwalker Titans, 4 armaments, and 8 triremes. All right. Remove until the next timeline battle. I've gotten 3 of those already. There's no hub or R&R. There's no timeline battle. We're not. Yes, we're doing a combat advancement today. Let's take a look at our projects deck. We don't need the structural stuff. And I completely forgot, because I'm a fool, to add the stuff from this one. Diplomatic relation. Let me just get to the technology part of the deck. Shallows navigation, diplomatic relations. Advanced trading solutions. And crew expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. Well, there's not a whole lot of structural ones that are not in the project deck yet. A lot of stuff to go through there. The next time I want to do one of those. Okay, we need to peek at our combat options here. Do I want to make more weapons? I think I'm going to do arrow barrage. I like the idea of the next battle having an Argo ability. More weapons is nice, but you can't have everything. Okay. Arrow barrage leads to crisis protocol, basic support equipment, crisis protocol. Okay, what arrow barrage does is we get 3 charges, place 1 break token or 2 opening tokens in the Kratos pool, which is nice. That can help us whenever we want it, actually. Whenever we think it's a good opportunity to increase some chances on our rolls. Okay, that was advancement. Story cards, story events, Nemos, secret codes. I'm not going to say the number, although you've all seen the tile. So maybe it doesn't really matter. I guess it's just the normal paragraphs. Boy, these are out of order. Okay. You find an inlet hidden from view by a protruding headland. As you sail past a narrow entrance, you notice the cliffs on both sides are claustrophobically close, though the water remains dark blue and deep. By the end of this precarious canal, sunlight is scarce and your ship scrapes both walls, debris and dust falling over you like a snowstorm. Finally, you squeeze through a dark cave. Warm torchlight reveals a jagged silhouette, a pier of some kind. As you get closer and more details come into view, the size of the place starts to become apparent. It's enormous. You venture onto land to discover just how much. The pier is in disrepair, but what strikes you is that it is made of metal, bronze with touches of silver. There are machina here, possibly for embarkation and disembarkation. Everything is covered by a thick layer of rust, unsalvageable. Still, this much metal in one space? You've only seen it once before, on the Argo itself. Deeper into the cave, you find a colossal metal sluice gate. It's also rusted but incredibly thick. Even your titans barely make a dent. You won't get through with sheer force alone. It goes all the way to the bottom of the secret cove, too, dozens of feet deep. Whatever is on the other side is both waterborne and giant. As you look for an alternate way inside, you find a strange relief, mostly worn down, and an inscription. It's in some kind of archaic script, but there's a part written in your common tongue. We left the place that birthed us, exiles of our own making. We did this against the counsel of the great machine, which made us happy, for its truth is a different kind of lie. One day we will return and save our people from the silvered path they chose, for no one should be left alone and without hope. That is our promise. If you have the control rod blade, go to another paragraph, otherwise gain an Argo fate. But we do have the control rod, so we're going to go to that paragraph, which is right here. Oh boy. One of you finds a strange indentation in the steel sluice gate, like a crypt with a door, and inside it an intricate mechanism of brass, bronze, and strange tubes. There's also a long rod here, seemingly molten by some intense heat. When you remove it, you recognize the distinct shape of the control rod blade. Hesitantly, you replace the broken rod with the sword you got from the strange red-headed man from Gnosis. As soon as you do, the sluice gate comes to life. A giant mechanism inside it screeches and clacks and booms like an Argo siren. And then the metal slab of the gate parts as if it was a giant maw of some mythological beast. You stand still until the gate comes to a halt. Behind it, a second pier and a strange metal trireme at anchor. It bears no sails or figurehead. Instead, its deck is fully covered, armored. Is this the submarine the man talked about? No, subreme. It doesn't say submarine, it says subreme. Maybe because trireme, but it's subreme? I don't know. If it is broken or devoid of power. It floats, but it doesn't sail. You venture inside it, exploring its many rooms, including one eerily similar to the Aliophile engine room, though seemingly powered by some different contraption, but you find nothing of immediate value, material or otherwise. However, the subreme itself has been made from a metal unlike any you've seen before, like bronze but tougher, sterner, yet light. One of your titans lifts it up with ease, like some kind of club or sword. You return to the Argo, not with a ship, but with a mighty weapon, the Promise, for no one should be left alone without hope. Lose the control rod blade. Gain the Promise story loot card, Secret Deck 2, card 11. Return to the voyage phase. Sweet. Secret cards. Loot. Story Deck 2, card 11. The Promise. In the kingdom of the Agraphos, the sun does not rise. There's a picture of it. Unique. Overbreak 2. Crit miss. Gain a danger and a fate. Dog days are over. When you deal a critical wound, lose a stranger. Sweet. Wow, and if you have 7 or more danger, this thing has a lot of overbreak. Overbreak. Let's read overbreak. LMNOP. Overbreak. During the second ability window, if your total power exceeds the AT by 1 or more, place X break tokens in the Kratos pool. So if we do more damage than needed, we get to add more break tokens. Well, that's sweet. I'm glad we went for the armor earlier. The armor technology card. Lose the control rod blade. Return to the voyage phase. So I think the Fury on here is from the control rod blade. So we will just erase that. Sorry, Destan. No more +1 Fury. Okay, so that was the end of the story step, doom step, end step. Nothing, movements. Okay, so now that I have found the cove, I think I want to go back to my other plan of trying to explore more parts of the map. We're going to go back this way to 13. Oh, well, you take the good and you take the bad. Those are the facts of life. All right. It's got a doom and a progress on it. Why didn't I just go up? And there's no adventures. Secret numbers. They wouldn't have 2 right next to each other, would they? Not that I can see. Okay, timeline. We do have a special event on day 6. the Cackle special event. Did we come across another city? No, we did not. Okay, that's the timeline. Progress. Where do we put the progress? Okay, we're at 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 Doom. It's not my favorite. I just don't know how fast we should be going through the story. Versus getting, what's it called? Tokens on the Inward Odyssey. We'll go story. If we wouldn't have got the sword, we could have got a +1 on that thing. But the sword is sweet. I'm not going to complain about the sword. Okay, that was progress and Doom. There's no Titan. There is no adventures or R&R hub. First stack is our old friend, the Trireme Wreck. 2 Trireme resources. And the next stack, because that's an in-stack card. Fishing Pier, 2 Trireme resources. Okay, 4 Trireme resources. It's going to take us to 12 of those bad boys. We got to spin some of those on this day. This is the last day before our timeline battle, and timeline battles happen before the advancement step, so this is our last possibility to craft before that day. Okay. Advancement. There's no hub or R&R, there's no timeline battle, and we do advancement before story events, because there's a story event, the Cackle special event. Okay, I need to think about what I want to craft, and I'm not just going to sit here and do that. So I'm going to throw in a cut, try to decide what I want to craft with what I have, and then I'll be back and show you what I decided. All right, after looking at lots of possible combinations, it turns out getting that weapon actually probably saved me from needing to craft a lot of stuff, but then there were just not a lot of combinations because I didn't have a fleshy mantle to make the siren blade. I didn't quite have enough like raw ambrosia to make other combinations of things. And as it turned out, getting that weapon, because it was a 2-handed weapon, I didn't have a whole lot of free hands left if I continued to use the stuff I already have. So I'm only making 2 things. That does leave me with quite a few resources for when support gear and stuff opens up. But I'm making a javelin and a piece of armor. I'll give the armor to the person with the promise blade. And the javelin is nice. It's a ranged weapon. It is cumbersome, so I'm going to give that to the person with the boat mace, I think. They're both one-handed weapons. I was hoping to give it to the person with the siren teeth, but then I noticed that that's a 2-handed weapon. So that's kind of a bummer. That's just my current idea. They're not stuck with those right now. Like, I think technically everything is like currently in the Argo Armory at this stage of the game in the voyage phase. Okay, that was advancement. Now we have the story event, the Cackle special event. So special events is page 83. Cackle. A storm brews on the west. Fat, menacing clouds cluster low on the horizon, honeycombed by lightning bolts, stabbing the waterline like jagged spears. As you watch the unfolding weather phenomena, mesmerized by the sheer violence of it, you notice movement. A minuscule blot of blackness, darker even than the clouds. It's gaining speed. Heading toward the Argo. It is back, says the old priest with a grim expression. The terrible foe. No matter how far we escape, no matter how gravely we wound it, it comes back to haunt us. The scourge of Hermes. It will not cease until the Argo is destroyed. Then we face it head on, says one of you with a determined voice. The old priest smiles softly. Brave. You are not strong enough. You will be, in time. Of that I have no doubt. But for now, we need to evade it. Bide our time. As you're about to leave, the priest adds, it will catch up to us, eventually. When that happens, do not be fooled by its bestial demeanor. It is a cunning enemy, and it sees us as its playthings. I think that is why it allowed us to progress this far. To play. In battle, do not show strength until you are certain you can finish it. You look back to the horizon. The rumble of the storm now sounds like a sinister cackle. Spawn the Hermesian pursuer 4 map tiles away from the Argo, or as far from the Argo as possible. Add the Cackle exploration card to the exploration deck. See the adversary rules in the rulebook for more details. Alright, let's get the Cackle card before I forget, because I will. Oofta. It's got 2. So it would automatically spawn if it hasn't spawned yet when this card comes out. If you have 8 or more Argo Fate, you're almost about to lose if you do. Resolve an additional symbol. All right, let's throw that in the middle of the deck. And put the rest of these cards back. There are a lot of exploration cards yet to be added. I guess the acclamations change out like 5 or 6 at a time ish. And we need our little miniature. The Pursuer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, great. If I keep going this way, it's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. It doesn't always move, right? We actually have removed a lot of the ones that have symbols on it, which is nice. Except we did just put that stupid Cackle card in there. All right, quit getting distracted. That was story events. Nemo, secret codes, Doom. Nope. Instep. All right, next day. I'm just going to go here. 12. We'll play with fire. We need to fight this thing at least once, I think, to unlock some technologies or something too. So, hey, we get an adventure. Any secret codes? Lots of shells. An island with some sails. I gotta say, I really like these tiles. This is one of the things that I did not purchase the first time, but I got them now with the second campaign, and I really like them. Is this our first adventure? It is. We did an R&R. The bummer thing is if there's not 2 over here, like this whole line is, unless I just go down and around this way. Anyway, what am I doing? Timeline. Mark the timeline, day 7. So we have a timeline battle and a technology advancement. But first, no progress, no Titan, no Doom, exploration cards. No cackle, no cackle, no cackle. I shouldn't say stuff like that out loud. First stack is Trireme Wreck with a symbol. 2 Trireme resources. Stops the stack. Stack number 2. Oh my god. Temple ruins. Well, hello, Mr. Thing. 2 monument and 2 trireme resources. So that was like the equivalent of a cackle. 2 symbols. A cackle plus one of those would have been a fight with the old pursuer there. All right, 2 trireme, 2 monument takes us to 11 and 5. Okay, well, there's also the possibility that during the adventure, I guess, we could be saddened by a unfriendly symbol. Adventure hub, right? Is that what it is? It's an adventure? Yes. Okay. We do not have the reroll technology, so we are on story card 1. We rolled a 5, which is Plight of the People, and we have to write giant shell. So Plight of the People. We are on The Catch is the alpha story. Plight of the People, page 38. Heritage. Hey, Minoan Heritage has heritage. Mark a node. Hey, Death Follows has heritage. I did not write that on here. Death Follows. It's M0. M031. If I have a complaint / observation about this game, some of the font is really small. Like if you had bad eyesight or were getting old like me, it could be a little difficult to deal with. Okay, The Catch. You come upon a remote fishing village. Fortunate for you've been running low on supplies. You send a small party to scout ahead. No reason to make the locals anxious. As you make shore, you begin to notice the eerie absence of sounds, smells, and movement. No one comes to greet you. There are no signs of struggle or bloodshed. It is as if everyone just got up and left. There is something in the village green, though. Someone has arranged stones and fishing equipment in a strange pattern on the ground. Like a whirlpool or an octopus, but with straight lines almost unnaturally precise. A sense of abandonment permeates the village. There is history written in the buildings, crude but sturdy once, withered by time and periodically renovated, but each time made a little lesser for it, as if decay overtook progress, or despair overtook hope. Choose. No one is left to claim the supplies, and with your growing crew, you need all the resources you can get. You order your crew members to take the supplies and leave. Local faction diplomacy -1, which is the Minoans. This place has been cursed by the truth you've been hearing about. Maybe you should keep hope the people of this village will be back someday. And more pragmatically speaking, if the cult has been at work here, they may have left some clues as to their current whereabouts. You leave the supplies and look for clues. Gain an Argo Fate would take us to 3. We're about to have a timeline battle, so that's fine. Let's do that. Gain an Argo Fate. It's 3. Go to 26. Each Argonaut tests Cunning at 8+. You can gain either a Danger or a Fate to add 1. If we fail, we gain a Fate. This must be a group test. Each Argonaut tests Cunning to add +1 for each. Gain 0 to 1 successes, 2 successes, 3 successes, or 4 successes. Holy cow. Danger and or Fate to add a +1 each. We don't have a whole lot of stuff on our dials yet. And I would like to get a lot of success. We only have one person with an extra Cunning as well. So I'm just going to go through and add a Fate and a Danger to everybody. Fate and a Danger. Fate and Danger. Fate and Danger. So everybody gets +2. This is a test, so we could re-roll, right? By adding another Fate. Okay, we'll start here with Heraclides. He has a Cunning of +1, so, and he's getting +2 from that, so that's +3. So he's looking for 5+. And I rolled a 7. It's a pass. Here, we're looking for 6+. Is a 9. That's a pass. Okay, Anathea is also 6+. 3. I think I have to do all, I'm going to do all of them. I think you do all of them and then you decide who wants to reroll. Okay, so that's 3. Then over here, we're also looking for a 6+. We rolled an 8. But I will take the Fate. Trying to get all passes here. It's a 1. Okay, that's a fail. So we got 3 successes. There's nothing here that suggests where the villagers went to, but the footprints in the sand indicate they all left at once. Inside one of the houses, among the ashes of an extinguished fireplace, you find a ball of silver yarn that would not burn. Gain +1 progress. Okay, I'm going to put that on the Odyssey. Oh. Apparently I was supposed to choose a party leader? I guess? Because the leader notes a ball of silver yarn in the boon section of their Argonaut sheet. And then it says, regardless of your choice and outcome, Labyrinthian's diplomacy -1. Takes us back to 0. Least likely Argonaut gains the Someone Waiting Nemos card. And if you have them know and guide, we would go to 009. All right, hang on. I'm just going to have Heraclides get the ball of silver yarn. Least likely Argonaut. So everybody has a card, but these two do not have any nodes. So it's going to be a roll-off between those two. Leoculus, it gets a 2, and Aston gets a 3. So it's going to be Leoculus, Nemo's cards. Someone waiting. Says, you can't quite put a finger on it, but there's a soft pull on your soul strings each time you look to the north. I like how these cards all have like a little bit of red on them, like this sail and that person. So, oh, she's waiting for us. Voyage, family, gods. We can exhaust it to stand up. You can use this ability while knocked down. All right. So he's got one that adds red die to his power pool, and he can stand up. I don't know if it's best for him to be the person with the siren teeth. He might need to be one of the tanks, but we'll deal with that when it's time to fight. Okay, there we have them in Known Guide. So we go, I went way too far back. Good job, me. (009). These fishermen served my father, says the Minoan princess. It does not seem they prospered under his rule. It's been hard on them. The last few years, war with Theseus, the fall of heaven. Minos had a need, and they acquiesced to the rising demands of the state. One of the Argonauts looks to the empty village and says, it seems someone made them a better offer. The princess looks at them with scorn. Gain a progress, which I'm just going to put on the Inward Odyssey. Okay. What was I reading? 9. Gain of progress. If you want to press the issue, party leader gains 2 danger. The party leader's already sitting at 2. I'm not going to do it. That would be 4 already. That wasn't a judgment test, was it? Hang on, I'm gonna go back to alpha. Does it say judgment on it? 26. Would it say judgment, or is that a different kind of test? Doesn't say judgment. I don't want to go to 4 danger. If there was somebody that had 0 and they went to 2, maybe I would do it. I'm not going to do it. But then do I just go back to the voyage phase? I'm good. I'm good at this game. Holy cow. I might be good at the game, but I'm not good at turning pages in the book, apparently. Apply to the people. If you want to press the issue, there's nothing. Okay, it doesn't say anything else, so you just go back to the voyage phase. Okay, that was the hub adventure. And we marked Nemo's nodes. Timeline battle. Yep, we have a timeline battle, and we have to remember to get the giant shell. Okay, that's going to be it for this episode. We will do the battle in the next episode. Pretty eventful. We're pretty close to fighting this guy, the adversary, the Hermesian, or however you say it, pursuer. I got to think about it real quick. I think I want to fight the Labyrinthuros, but I might want to fight the Hecaton again to get the big 1 box checked off. Man, I mean, for variety, I think I'll fight the Labyrinthuros. We'll see. I'll set it up in the next episode. Still having fun. I love this game. It can be difficult. There's lots of rules, but I think it's great. So anyway, hope you're enjoying this. I hope you enjoy everything I put up on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.